Today we're going to be talking about a better way to organize all this crap and get it stored better in the bed for better organization and access. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim and I've got an amazing job that allows me to travel all over the country and see what this great country has to offer. So when I'm doing that, I have to carry a lot of different things. And in the process, I might find some tips and tricks and cheaper ways to do things, or just more streamlined for me to do things. And then we also find natural wonders to go explore and cute little oddities to find. So that's what this channel is about. Today, we're going to be organizing this bed and we're going to be installing a new toolbox. And we're using that to get rid of all these random totes. And this tote, having stuff in these bags and totes and stuff is just not the most convenient way to store things, and it's definitely not keeping things dry. And let's see, can you see that? There you go. It's not keeping them good. So I mean, that would still work, but we're going to put the toolbox in and it's going to clean this up a lot, so stay tuned. So the first thing I had to do is I had to get all of the stuff that was between the fifth wheel and the fuel tank. Now that is a 90-something gallon fuel tank, and it measures about 20 inches. The toolbox that I'm installing is about 19 inches deep, 15 inches tall, and it's 48 inches wide. So it's going to fit in there just really perfect between the fuel tank and the fifth wheel rails and all the stuff that I have in there. If you have the puck system, it might not fit as well. You're gonna have to do some measurements and figure out what works best for you. But I've got rails, so it gives me just a couple more inches of space there. Now, one thing I did is I did cut a kind of a spacer, just a buffer of, what is this? It's a little bit less than 3/4 plywood, a little bit more. I guess it's 5/8. So anyway, it's a little thin, but it's going to buffer between the toolbox and the fuel tank so they don't rub together or clink together, make noise, things like that. So I'm just going to stuff this. If you can see it in the, yeah, you can. The orange strap that goes across there, I'm going to put it on the other side of that orange strap. That strap's going to hold it in place. Just like that. And then now I'm going to put the toolbox in. And what I'll do probably is I'm going to put a wooden panel in the bottom of it and then put the bolts through that to give it a backing. This toolbox, I'm not going to say is the most hardcore, super strong toolbox that you're ever going to see. It's not. It's very thin. It's very cheap, but it does the job. It just needs to hold stuff together and just kind of act as a tote and keep the water off it. Does have a really nice rain seal on it. I'll show you that in a second. So this toolbox is designed to mount under a trailer bed or underneath the truck. If you've got a flatbed, you've got a bed delete, but it's designed to be mounted this configuration so that you open it and then the door comes down. I'm not going to mount it like that. I'm going to put it with the lid up. And it's not going to create too much problem because it's got a rubber seal here and these edges fold over the rubber seal, so it should keep water out pretty good. So the toolbox does have a lock in it with a weather seal that covers it up. I'm not going to bother locking it because it's pretty light duty. I think you could just pry it open anyway if you really wanted to. It's going to be underneath my hard tonneau cover anyway, and I'm just not going to worry about it. It does come with keys and a lock, and it comes with this cool the T-handle latch, so that works pretty good too. You don't have to grab two latches to open this thing. A lot of those toolboxes that you have, there's two latches. Some of them aren't linked together, the cheaper ones, and you have to actually physically with both hands unlatch it. You can't do it one-handed. So it'll be a little bit easier for me. I think that'll work. Fit right in there. So there it is. It fits right before the rail on here. And I could have went a little bit farther. Could have went up on the rail. It wouldn't have been a big deal. And then the spacer will be back here. I'm going to shove this back just a little bit more, get it up against the spacer, bolt it down, and it should be good. Now I did slide it just a smidge this direction to give more room over on that side, because I'm trying to put, I've got a gooseneck plate right there that I would like to be able to fit into that space that's created right there. I just have to see how it goes in there and make sure it doesn't damage my gas tank. But if it leans up against the toolbox, that'll be fine. It's about 1,000 degrees here. You can see all the sweat in my shirt. And I'm hoofing all this stuff in and out of the bed, heavy steel things. But I just learned that that thing will slide under the fifth wheel and sit down in the rails. So now I have to do, I could get some pins and pin that down. I've got pins somewhere. They're in a tub. One of these tubs. Lost it. Oh, they're in this tub here. So I just pin it there. So I don't have to put it on that side because it didn't fit over there. And then I tried to put it between there, like kind of diagonal, kind of this way. That didn't work either. It just wouldn't fit in there right. But it slides under. I had to put the ball in backwards. So when I actually use that, I got to pull this out and move it around. But I'll have to flip this around because it wouldn't go in. It hits right on that hump. It wasn't enough. But it would slide under and put the ball on this side. You can see it right there. The ball is underneath there. So that'll work. Keeps it out of the way. And I don't have to find a place to store it. It's going to be clanking around. That's excellent. Super happy about that. So now I have everything all screwed down, mounted down, everything's secure. And I really like the way that it sits in there. I think it's going to do just a fantastic job. Now I have to go through all my stuff there and all this stuff and get it into the toolbox, but that's the gist of this story. I'm really happy with this toolbox. It's fair enough quality for the price. I got it on Amazon, and I'll leave a link down in the description of where you can get this. It came, I think I got it in 2 days. So it came really fast. It was packaged well. There wasn't a whole lot of styrofoam and stuff in it, and I had seen some reviews that several of them had showed up with dents in them. These are pretty thin. You can just hammer the dents out. It's not really that big a deal. But mine came with no damage at all. No dents, no scratches, no nothing. The box was in pretty good shape. It had one scuff on it, but other than that, it's all perfectly good. Now I'm going to load it, and then I'm going to get back on the road. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the content that I'm putting out, then click the subscribe button, click the like button, and share this video out so people can find other toolboxes like that, or the tips and tricks and little places that we find. We're going to be going to a hot springs soon, so stay tuned for that video. And then I've got a whole bunch of other equipment related videos that are going to be coming up. I've got a camp stove. I have a rooftop tent that's coming up. There's a mini printer. There's a lot of different tech things with new products that I've been using that are coming up in videos. But I wanted to get this one out because I'm in the middle of installing it right now. So thanks.